two championship favorites. What an afternoon of hoops we have as we get our first look at the two teams that everyone expects to be battling for the Larry O'Brien Trophy come June. Happy Easter, everybody, and welcome to NBA Countdown. Alongside Udonis Haslem, Kendrick, Perkins, and the Magenta Master, Stephen A. Smith, I'm Malika Andrews. Stephen A., I have a yes or no question for you. Will one of the teams that we're watching this afternoon be hosting a parade in June?
No.
Ooh.
I got Oklahoma City going to the finals, but winning the championship, I got to keep my eyes on the Boston Celtics. If they're healthy, I don't see anybody beating them.
Oh, it's a good thing we have them later on our air as well. So let's check out our money moment brought to you by Chime, because the Thunder, they have been money all season long. And the quest for their first title since moving to OKC, it begins this afternoon. They outscored opponents by nearly 13 points per game. That's the highest points differential in NBA history in a season. And the five teams that are right below them, oh yeah, they all won the title. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the leader of this group, right? Averaging the most points per game in a season in franchise history. Plus, SGA, he led the NBA in 20, 30, 40, and 50-point games all this season. That's pretty incredible when you look at that list back to back to back to back. But the identity of this team, of course, it is defense. They ranked first in defensive efficiency for the entire season. They thrived in forcing turnovers, protecting the paint, and bringing constant pressure. So when you factor all of that in, OKC, they are the betting favorites to win it all. But, Udonis, should they be?
Yes, I mean, statistically they should be, but I'm with Stephen A. on this one. I'm a show me guy, and the the Celtics have shown me. They have shown me over and over, time and time again. They have bounced back, and they can continue to play well. So I'm not going to go against the Celtics right now. As long as they're healthy, they're my favorite.
I agree with them, but I will say this. The Thunder going to the NBA Finals. You talk about teams wanting all the smoke. They don't need to be running up that chimney. I'm telling you that straight up. They check all boxes. They have every single thing that you need to be a legit title contender. Now, look, although the Celtics are our favorite, I'm not saying it would be an easy series. If they happen to match up in the NBA Finals, I see it going 7 games, right? This team is that dangerous, especially when you look at the depth of their bench. Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso. Like, they come in and they bring a different dynamic. You already have a starting five in Chet Holmgren and SGA and, Luke Dort and Isaiah Hartenstein, but this team is the truth.
Well, my only problem with what you were saying is you acted like I didn't start off the show saying that.
I was just finna say that. He came at us like we ain't say the same thing.
I'm going to forgive you because I like that suit. I'm going to forgive you because I like that suit. I like that suit right there.
We said the same thing.
We did, y'all did, but y'all didn't say it with y'all chests out.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I actually...
Everyone can keep their chest in.
We can stick our chest out and it still wouldn't...
But we all agree that the Celtics are the favorite, right?
Absolutely. But
you get all that with your chest out.
Let's also remember, let's remind the audience as to why OKC is who we think they are. Not just because of SGA, not just because of what they can do offensively with Holmgren, with Jalen Williams and the crew. Defensively, I kept this. I've been watching their hustle stats and their defensive stats all year long. Just for the audience out there, number one in every category: defensive efficiency, field goal percentage defense, three-point percentage defense, contested three-point shots, steals per game, turnovers forced per game, points off turnovers per game, deflections per game, loose balls recovered per game, and charges drawn per game. They're number one in every single one of those categories. I mean, damn.
And the one thing wasn't on your computer screen, Hartenstein, who we got from Yo Knicks. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, New York Knicks. The most underrated signing, I think, of the
You didn't have to do that.
Probably the biggest knock on the Oklahoma City Thunder is simply that they haven't been there before. Udonis, you said you need to show me, and the Boston Celtics have shown you that. But SGA, he was asked about that this week, what he thinks of teams saying that, you know what, you don't have experience, so we don't fear you. And he said, if we win games, I don't care how much you fear us. None of that matters to me. Your feelings toward us don't matter to me as long as we win. But if they want to win 16, you have to start with just one, and their opponent today is the Memphis Grizzlies.
SGA's doing commercials for Jurassic World. He's very, very comfortable.
Let's get to the Grizzlies side of all of this, Stephen A. One of the most, Kendrick Perkins, when John Morant's at his best, what does he look like?
I mean, he looked like he's the most explosive player in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, he's ranked fourth for his points off the dribble, and we know he's a downhill type of guy, right? We know he loves to attack the paint. He can't be guarded when he's at his best. But Malika, guess what? He's going to have to find something else to do, UD, against this OKC team because they love searching out those mismatches. There's not any mismatches when it comes down to OKC.
Yeah, the playoffs is all about mismatches, and You look at this team and you talk about Lou Dort, who's a guy who gives up 41.9% on defense against the opponent. You look at Alex Caruso, who contests everything. You look at Case and Wallace. You look at Wiggins. They have length. They have different guys that can pose different threats to Ja Morant. So this is a game where I think Ja Morant's just going to have to figure it out, go with the flow, but also not forget about his others and get other guys involved as the game goes on.
If this is a blowout today, blame the NBA. How in the hell does the Memphis Grizzlies play Friday night? Last game Friday night, and the first game Sunday afternoon. I mean, could you give them a little extra few hours? I mean, that's all I'm trying to say.
See how we looking at you as players?
What was the problem? What's the problem?
Nobody gives a damn, Stephen A., when you're a player.
And
Don't
on
care?
top,
Line it up. I don't care.
And on
Drop
top
me
of
off
that-
like a Navy SEAL, wherever time.
You ain't seen any players that care.
Hold on.
I'm not saying you acting like no player cares.
As a team, you do not send that message to your team.
Okay.
Oh, we only had a short time to turn it around. No.
not saying now.
All hands on deck. Let's go to work.
And they put themselves in that position.
That's true.
Great point.
That's because of the play-in tournament. You should be Golden State. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a quick.
Well, not to mention the Memphis Grizzlies. We're talking about a team that was second in the Western Conference all the way up through February and even early in March. So this is a team that has had the pieces. They haven't necessarily had the health all around.
Well,
I appreciate what you're showing us about Ja Morant and his ability to really drive to the hoop here. But when you have Lou Dort standing in your way, what problems is that going to pose
I
here,
mean,
UD?
Lou Dort is compact. He gets over screens. He gets under screens. He gets through screens. He does not die on the pick and roll. A lot of times right now, when you look at this friend, he goes under the dribble handoff. Now, he's in front of Ja because we know Ja is not the greatest shooter. He's a driver first. So now he stays chest in front, which most people struggle to do. They bring the help. Ja tries to make a play at the end, but it ends up being a turnover. Right here, when Ja comes to the side, he usually can ISO and attack anybody. Lou Dort stays chest in front, contests the shot, and makes Ja take a tough shot. This is what he's going to have to do for 48 minutes. Ja is a hell of a talent. He's going to make some of these shots, but over the course of the game, you just continue to wear on him and give him nothing easy.
And I'm gonna tell you this: like of late, they've been using Zach Edey a lot in the ball screens. Lou Dort don't give a damn about that. You know from experience. It's certain guys you don't like setting picks on. He blows up screens. And I just, again, you look at this Thunder defense, they had 5 guys just on the perimeter that could have made all defensive teams.
Absolutely.
And not just forget J-Dub. The way he defends as well. Just man to man on the ball with his length and
Can't
his
put the
range.
ball on the floor in this vicinity.
Yes,
all of them
very
are
talented.
Well,
all
the
of them.
Celtics have, or rather, the Oklahoma City Thunder have said, we put in the work all year. Now we got to roll the ball out and see what happens.